Hello and welcome to Perspectives for Monday, November 16th, 2016. I'm Deacon Pedro. We begin in Rome, where Pope Francis continued his catechesis on the works of mercy. Today he looked at one we may not be very familiar with: bear wrongs patiently. The Holy Father said to those gathered for the general audience that in showing patience to those who wrong us, and by extension to those we find irritating, we imitate God's own patience with us, sinners. The Pope added, "It also happens at times that annoying people are the ones closest to us. Among relatives there is always someone," he said. "There are also people who irritate us in the workplace and even in our spare time." He also noted the patience shown by the many parents, catechists, and teachers who quietly help young people to grow in faith and knowledge of the important things in life. The Holy Father also took the opportunity today to highlight that November 20th is Universal Children's Day. The Pope asked all of us to ensure that children never fall into forms of slavery, recruitment into armed groups, and mistreatment, and expressed the hope that the international community would be vigilant about their lives to ensure that every child has the right to education so that their growth is serene and they can look confidently to the future. And in the United States, bishops have elected a new representative. Cardinal Daniel DiNardo of Galveston, Houston, was elected president of the U.S. Bishops' Conference for the next 3-year term. Catholic News Service had a chance to speak with President-elect Cardinal DiNardo.
We have to be good shepherds. Listen, accompany. That means we make our voice heard, but not screaming in the street, but rather our voices are heard in the street by our care and concern, our clarity on what we think is essential, and that is spoken openly. It's spoken to all. Obviously, it will be spoken, I think, to Congress, to the new administration. And we hope for a whole lot. This is brand new. Many people express worry, but brand newness also means options and possibilities.
Also at the meeting, U.S. bishops elected Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles as vice president. Cardinal DiNardo succeeds Archbishop Joseph Kurtz of Louisville, Kentucky, whose term concludes at the end of the meeting in Baltimore this week. And yesterday we heard about the Holy Father's message for the climate change conference that is currently taking place in Morocco. Today, Canadian bishops and religious leaders have also sent a message assuring prayers and support for the Canadian delegation attending the meeting. The historic Paris Agreement, reached in December 2015, is evidence that solidarity between nations, as well as dialogue and collaboration, can overcome the greatest of human challenges. We pray in particular that the Paris Agreement will be implemented in a way that is effective, just, and attentive to the poor. We are determined not to be disengaged from the care for our natural environment, but to continue to underscore the troubling connections between the degradation of our physical environment, the plight of the poor and marginalized, economic systems which exclude, and the unconscionable assaults on the dignity of the human person, which are evident in so many ways. We strongly believe that religions can truly contribute to building up a safer, healthier, and more just society. We thus take to heart this conference's deliberations and wish to applaud all the conscientious and selfless efforts that are being made on behalf of the world community, the good of every human person, and the gift of creation itself. The letter is signed by Bishop Douglas Crosby, President of the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops, and by many religious leaders in Canada, as well as representatives from various religious agencies working in the areas of ecumenism or social justice. The list includes the United, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Mennonite, and Anglican churches, the Salvation Army, the Greek Orthodox Metropolis, the Canadian Council of Imams, the Canadian Council of Churches, the Canadian Rabbinic Caucus, Caritas Canada, Development and Peace, and Kairos. To read the full letter, visit cccb.ca. And to read the statement by the Pontifical Academy of Sciences titled Laudato Si and the Path to COP22, go to pas.va. That's all for today. Thank you for being with us. God bless.